Hello, good afternoon. I'm Larry the Lion. Uh, I'm going to be talking today about Unbreakable Challenge 2023.com with Grant Cardone, Subto with Pace Morby, and my plans to go to Florida. And we'll be talking about a whole bunch of things today. Oops. Looks like I can't get through to Instagram on my broadcast. So I'm just going to remove that destination. Save changes. There we go. So I'm now able to send this stream it to Facebook Live, my Gator Method Facebook page, which I'm having trouble changing the name from Gator Lending. We're not supposed to use that per pace. Also doing Twitter, Instagram, but we had a little problem with Instagram, so we're only doing 5 destinations today, and my Larry the Lion live business page. So if you see the thing up here, let me get this real quick. Sorry. Do not speak bad of yourself, for the warrior within hears your words and is lessened by them. So what I want to talk about first is your positive I ams, and not talk about your problems. We don't have problems, we have opportunities. So I have the opportunity to go to Florida and build my empire from there. Good afternoon, viewer. Got one person so far. Please like this, and give me a heart, make a comment, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you're watching from. I'm glad you joined us. So I want to talk a little bit about Atomic Habits first. I might have a co-host joining me, Yannetti. I have a couple of them, Vivian, Parker, and Yannetti. Vivian's a sub-2 student. But so I've been reading Atomic Habits. It's a great book. I wish I would have read it sooner. And there's becoming the best version of yourself requires you to continually edit your beliefs. I'm gonna try and do this looking at the camera. To upgrade and expand your identity. The two-step process to changing your identity. Your identity emerges out of your habits. You're not born with preset beliefs. Every belief, including those about yourself, is learned and conditioned through experience. I'm trying not to look up at the screen here. Pull this down a little bit more. I don't have to look too far. It looks more like I'm looking at the camera. So, more precisely, your habits are how you embody your identity. When you make your bed each day, I always do that. I've been doing that for a year, a little bit longer. There's a YouTube video. There's a Navy SEAL admiral. He talked about that. It's the way you start your day. It sets the tone. And then when you come home, you have a made bed. So you you got to set the tone of the day. You got to start with the small little habits, the little consistent habits. More precisely, your habits are how you embody your identity. Like I said, when you train each day, you embody your identity. As an athletic person, when you write each day, I embody the identity of a creative person. All right, Yannetti's going to be coming on here in 5 minutes. Fantastic. The more you repeat a behavior, the more you reinforce the identity associated with that behavior. So I am going to be consistent every day for at least 30 minutes, Monday through Saturday, on YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram, Twitter, my 2 other Facebook pages, and I have another page that I'm going to start. It's called the Lions Plan 23. Whatever your identity is right now, you only believe it because you have proof of it. If you go to church every Sunday for 20 years, you have evidence that you're religious, right? If you study biology for 1 hour every night, you have evidence that you're studious. If you go to the gym, even when it's snowing, which I haven't been doing, you're committed to fitness. But I am committed to my one meal a day. My one meal a day has been the biggest single thing that's improved my life, other than in 17 days. Drugs and alcohol. It'd be 17 days, it would be 1 year. I never thought I'd see that. I've never, in all the years that I was on them, I never got past a couple months. Um, so, and a little bit more about that is every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. No single instance will transform your beliefs, but as they build up, so does the evidence of your new identity. Each time you write a page, you're a writer. Each time you practice a guitar, you're a musician. Each time you start working out, you're an athlete. Each time you encourage your employees, you're a leader. Now, I'm building a team of direct to agents. Uh, I have a couple members already. We're going to be looking for rent ready properties per Felicia Carter, who's giving me some insight onto this. It's very, very easy. We can do Zillow, Redfin, PropWire, PropStream, and Privy to use these properties, find them. They're rent ready. We're going to look for things over 60 days on the market. With the market shifting and dropping down, these people are going to be open to more owner carrying or seller financing opportunities. Uh, and it doesn't cost you anything to find these leads. Just putting your time in and taking the consistent daily action to do it. You got to put the hours in. You got to comp these properties. You got to send the letters of intent to them. So, a little bit more about the atomic habit. The concept of identity-based habits. Your habits shape your identity shapes your habits. It's a two-way street. The formation of all habits is a feedback loop, but it's important to let your values, principles, and identity drive the loop rather than your results. The focus should always be becoming the type of person, not getting a particular outcome, right? So the real reason why habits matter. Identity change is the North Star of habit change. That's your point. That's your point of focus. That's your compass. That's your direction. Um, how to build better habits in yourself, your family, your team, your company. But the true question is, are you becoming the type of person you want to become? I am becoming the type of person I want to become. I'm losing weight, getting my health back in order. I'm staying off the drugs and alcohol, and I'm building my empire. It doesn't sound like uh, you have to hold on. That's Yannetti. That's my co-host. I told you have to look in your email. I'm live right now. You can't call me when I'm live. Sorry, Yannetti. She's supposed to be in here. She didn't get the memo to go look in her email I sent her. She must have missed that text. So are you becoming the type of person you want to become? Yes. The first step is not what or how, but who. So you need to know who you want to be. Otherwise, your quest for change is like a boat without a rudder. Like you're being blown around by the winds on the ocean because you have no way to steer your boat. So you have no destination. So your destination is your goals. But how you get there, you have the power to change your beliefs about yourself. Your identity is not set in stone. You have a choice in every moment. You can choose the identity you want to reinforce today with the habits you choose today. And this brings us to the deeper purpose of this book. So, Atomic Habits. I don't know why I haven't read it before. New identities require new evidence. If you keep casting the same vote you've always cast, you're going to get the same results as you always had. If nothing changes, nothing is going to change. So it's a simple two-step process. Decide the type of person you want to be and prove it to yourself with those small wins. So first, deciding who you want to be. This holds true at any level, as an individual, as a team, as a community, as a nation. What do you want to stand for? What are your principles and values? Who do you wish to become? For example, who is the type of person who could write a book? It's someone who is consistent and reliable. Now focus your shifts from writing the book outcome-based to being the type of person who is consistent and reliable. I'm Larry the Lion, and I'm going to be consistent and reliable. Like Pace Morby, Abraham Gray discussed a few weeks back on Get Creative. Uh, to build your following, to build your message, to impact people's lives, you have to be consistent in this. You have to be reliable. So you have to have a set time. You can't be late. Like Grant Cardone said yesterday, every day he says, if you're not early, you're not late. So you have to be prepared with those consistent little habits, like your morning routines. I was just reading about all the billionaires that have different daily habits, and but these guys are consistent with those daily habits. Anybody that's successful is going to be consistent with their daily actions and habits. The people that are not successful are just winging it, like I've done my whole life before this. I was just winging everything, just letting the wind blow me around, like, and then blaming other people instead of taking responsibility for my lack of action and lack of consistency and lack of direction. So, I print out my books. I have a bunch of books on PDF. So we're going to talk about losing all my books in a minute here too. Building better habits isn't about littering your day with little life hacks. It's not about flossing your teeth or taking a cold shower each morning or wearing the same outfit each day. It's not about achieving external measures of success like earning more money, losing weight, or reducing stress. What did I just talk about? All those things, right? Habits can help you achieve all those things, but fundamentally, they're not about having something. They're about becoming someone. Ultimately, your habits matter because they help you become the type of person you wish to be. I like looking at my face on the camera. Drop some fire in the chat if you like any of this stuff. The most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but who you wish to become. I wish to become bigger than Grant Cardone. I want to become the biggest multifamily operator in the country. Unetti. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this for her. Give me 1 second, guys. StreamYard. Make sure I got the right email in here. Members. Oh, maybe it's 4 7s. Hold on. Oh, it's my fault, Unetti. Let's see. Let me delete this one. Remove from the team. Oh my God. So I'm Give me 1 second, folks. Here, let me help Unetti get on here. Unetti is my good friend in Florida, and I left the 7 off her email. She's got her name, Unetti777 at. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want her to get spammed up, but that's her email. I put the wrong. I left 1 7 off, which is crazy because 7s are my numbers. All right, so let me text her back. All right, I forgot to put a 7 in your email, so I only put 3 7s in. Check your email again. Sorry. So we're gonna get Unetti back on here. Unetti's one of my co-hosts. Vivian Parker was my other co-host. I got room for one more member. Oh, there she is. There's Unetti. I forgot to put the seven. I've only put 3 7s in there instead of 4 7s. So go check your email and then you can come on screen. Unity's amazing. She's a realtor in Miami. If you need help selling property in Miami, Unity Habanero. Habanero. I love saying your name. It just kind of rolls off the tip of my tongue. So let me get back to these atomic habits while we wait for her to join us. Uh, again, the most effective way to change your habits is to focus on not what you want to achieve, but on who you wish to become. I wish to become Larry the Lion. I want to be bigger than Grant Cardone, bigger than my mentor, Pace Morby. I don't know. I'm gonna have to catch up to these guys somehow, super fast, because I don't even got my first deal yet. Your identity emerges out of your habits. Every action is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Becoming the best version of yourself requires you to continuously edit your beliefs and to upgrade and expand your identity. The reason habits matter is not because they can get you better results, although they can do that, but because they can change your beliefs about yourself. So you have to change your beliefs about yourself, and that gets back to your daily routine and morning meditations and your affirmations. You got to dream big. You see, dream big. Trying to get my finger to point right at it. But you have to take action to make those dreams happen, and they start with who you want to become. You still got to have goals, plans, where you want to go. Um, you know, I'll just talk about some of my crazy plans. God put them in my head. Like I said, I will feed 1 billion people by 2050. Hopefully, I'll do it a lot faster. I mean, Tony Robbins did it in a year. He fed 1 billion people. Pretty cool. But you know, um, like Glasgow did. He said he wanted to make 10 million, be 10 million net worth in 10 years. He's well beyond that already. He's CS3, another great with Carlos Salguero. You know, look at Vina Jetty. She had set minimal goals. She said, and she surpassed those. Now she's setting bigger goals. Um, she did a great thing about SMART goals. SMART is, I forgot that. I can't break them down for you right now, but um, SMART goals, it's are they manageable, actionable, reasonable, something like that. But my goal is to be 188 pounds by June 19th. I don't know how I'm going to lose 98 pounds or 96 or 7 now. I have left to lose to get to that goal. And I don't know if it's going to be that goal. I mean, I might be less, more, whatever. Just depends on my habits and actionable steps. I don't know. Just keep trying to pop up and I'll just pop. Well, go to Safari and click on the link. See what happens. You got to get in. You have to be in Safari to get on there. You got to do it on your laptop. Trying to help Unity get in here. We should have probably planned ahead. So one of the things about is planning to move to Florida. I was looking at U-Hauls and stuff. I'm working at Denny's right now. U-Haul is before gas is like $1,200. That's for the smallest one. So I had to make a decision this morning. What am I going to do? Leave some stuff behind? Because I can't stay here. Josh is moving into his triplex. So we're looking at going to Florida on an Amtrak. But I have to leave my books. I got a whole bunch of books up here. Do I need these books? Not really. They're just pieces of paper. They're dead. I got most of the stuff on PDF. The only thing I really want to take is my printer and my computers, my laptop, Chromebook, and my clothes. Anything else is replaceable. Uh, have a good day. So, I was really torn between Texas and Florida. I still am. I really wanted to go to Texas. I love Texas. Love that state. That's where I was conceived in Houston, Texas, by my mom and dad. They used to go to church with the astronauts in Clear Lake, Texas. It's southeast Houston. 2 months before Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. I always. Who were the first? Hey Siri, who were the first 3 people to walk on the moon?
Here's an answer from worldatlas.com. The first astronauts on the moon
Oh,
were Edwin
Michael
Aldrin,
Collins,
Neil Armstrong, and Michael Collins.
Buzz Aldrin. But yeah. So I always forget Michael Collins. So Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, 2 months before they walked on the moon, touched me in my mother's stomach. Pretty cool. You know, just little things like that. But I forgot where I was going with what I was saying. Anyways, so Texas, I really love Joel Osteen. He sustained me a lot during my, I want to call them my Job years, my the years the devil was coming at me for all those 40 years after my father died. I spent 40 years in hell. A lot of this, what I do here, is because I want to change people and show them that what is possible with me. So there's been a lot of uncertainty here living in Ohio. I could have done a lot of things better, but I was also not given all the tools and help that I was supposed to be promised. Son of, let me see if I switch microphones. There she is. Hey, Yanetti.
Hey, I'm in. I made it. How's it going?
I always turn my microphone off. Could you hear me earlier today? Earlier in the broadcast? It's like the 5th time I've done that. Everything you were hearing me, right?
I'm there the whole time because I was trying to get in. I can hear you.
Okay, so you were able to hear the whole broadcast?
No, I was trying to get in. So if I leave
But I
to
mean,
try to
when you
get
were
in,
watching it on Facebook.
oh, I don't know. Because every time I left to try to get in, it would just turn off. So I don't know if it's just that I didn't hear you or. So I can hear you.
But were you watching on Facebook for a minute?
For a minute, I heard you. I can hear you. It's so windy here today in Florida.
Okay, so you were hearing me.
Yeah.
Okay. So just talking about getting to Florida right now.
Right.
Windy in Florida there, huh?
Yeah, it's really windy and cloudy. It was cold yesterday,
Probably.
but today seems better. Hmm?
Where are you walking to?
Oh, I'm in my backyard.
Where are you walking to?
I'm in my backyard pacing.
Yeah, you should probably. You're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's probably gonna. Might want to get.
I'm gonna go inside, see if. Yeah, it's just so windy. Trying to get the right angle.
Hold your phone up higher. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
All
right.
When you hold it low, you look. I found out when your camera's on a low angle, looking up, it makes you look bigger. Remember the camera adds 10 pounds. Remember that.
Yeah, we don't want to look bigger.
Lower, it adds like 25 pounds.
Right. So
for me, it adds 25 pounds.
So you can hear me better now? Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, you're better now.
All right. So your thing today is to talk about your journey and what you're going through and how to get here in Florida, huh?
Yeah, just a lot of other things. Just I was talking about the IAMs before and your positive affirmations, your morning routines. Let's see. Do I got that streaming? All right. So everybody in the future that's watching, this is Yaneti Habanero. I love saying that last name. It's so cool.
I Ayabareno.
Am I saying it wrong? Ayabareno.
There you go.
Ayabareno.
Ayabareno.
It's like Mufasa.
Mm.
Say it again. Abareno. The Lion King.
The Lion King. Oh, there
Mufasa.
you go.
Yeah.
So I want to share
You know
this.
who gave? I didn't remember how I even started with Larry the Lion. Um, there's Krista. She's one of my first real estate there. It's like in Las Vegas, and she's one. She said, "You're Larry the Lion,"
Ah,
and she
she just
reminded me
started.
that on a post this morning. Um, and I remembered a couple of my first friends, Christina Gaspargergo and Robert Lewis, her husband. They're my two very first Subto friends, uh, and they're in Tampa. Sibohan Henley and her, damn, I can't remember his name. I'm forgetting people's names. They're in
It's,
Tampa, and there's a whole bunch of other people that are in Tampa.
so you have a lot of support in
And
Tampa, so it makes sense to go there than Miami right now.
yeah,
Tampa's like what,
well,
2 hours? Yeah,
no, it's like five,
four,
6 hours.
6 hours. It's further than Orlando, right?
Hey Siri,
Alexa, wall light on.
to
Alexa,
Miami,
wall light
Florida
on.
is
4 hours.
279 miles from Tampa,
Is
Florida
it
by
better
car.
with the light? No,
Oh,
you can't see me. Alexa, wall light off.
no, just lean in a little bit more. There you go. Oh, you got what do you got there? You got the uh is it
The
Siri?
lights.
Alexa? Yeah, it turns the lights off.
Alexa. Yeah, Alexa.
Yeah,
She's connected to
Alexa.
the lights here. What do you call it? So you said you found some opportunity to come in the track in the Amtrak.
Yeah, the Amtrak's only going to be $168, but I got the downsize what I'm going to bring with. Oh, I haven't actually called Amtrak yet and see what the limits are on baggage and weight limits because I know on Greyhound they have weight limits and I have
Right.
too much stuff to fit underneath the bus. The bus has limited capacity as well as the Amtrak does. Definitely can't take a plane because I just I have too much stuff to take a plane. I can't throw away everything. But like I said, I don't need these books. I love this book. I love reading 48 Laws of Power. I might keep
Oh
like
wow.
3 or 4 of the books, but um, I'm definitely gonna keep this one. Just
What's that
I
one?
didn't even start reading Think and Grow Rich.
Oh right. Okay.
If you
I've heard
haven't
of that.
read this, folks, you have to read this. Pace Morby said at the start of Gator training, and that's how I got into this. Is following on Super Bowl Sunday, I found a 1 minute Facebook ad from Pace. Let me see if I can pull it up again real quick. It's easier if I find it on Instagram than I do on Facebook. Yeah, I'll show you how I started down this whole journey. You can talk about some while I'm looking.
I'm
So
just
tell me about the
listening.
real estate meetup you went to with Pace that you just missed them. That you got
Oh, the
there.
networking event in Miami. It
Yeah.
was pretty cool. There was a lot of people there. It was like a house party. It felt like a house party. It, um, the music was awesome. The environment was awesome. The people were awesome. Networking was a little hard because the music was a little too loud, but I met some awesome people there and great connections and business opportunities. And so, um, Pace
right.
put his time for 5 o'clock, and the event started at 6. So I
At
missed
6?
him. Yeah,
Oh
I
no.
missed him by like an hour and a half because he stayed very little. I was looking forward to seeing him. Elena Cardone was there.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah. Why you
You need
can't
to be
hear
on
me?
your computer so you can. So
I don't want to be on my
not
computer
I break
because
too.
you're breaking up too. Yeah.
But you
All right. Sure.
yeah, but you can't control the comments and stuff from your phone.
I can. Well,
So you
with
you can reply to comments. You can show like Pansy sleep. Say, hey Larry.
I can.
Pansy said hello, Larry and United.
Hi, Pansy. And where are the comments on YouTube? Oh, I see her. Yeah, of course.
It,
Hi,
yeah,
Pansy.
they're well no in the
Can I
StreamYard. You
comment?
have
I can post a comment, and I just saw hers, so
no, but
I could put hi.
you can't put them up on the screen
No,
like that.
you
Well,
my
because you
yeah.
don't have the options on the phone. Do you? Try it.
I don't. I don't know. I just answered her, so it should come up now. Do you see
So
mine? Oh, you're on Facebook. Okay.
yeah, so like somebody's writing hi. Is that you writing hi? Who's writing hi? Or people are writing hi from these places. So I'm not sure.
Hi,
Pansy's on
Larry.
Facebook. So somebody just said hi
So
from
it was me
Facebook.
writing hi, but I guess, and then
Yeah. So
yeah,
you
I guess
post
that was
comments,
me.
but you can't. You
Well,
need to be. Yeah, you need to be StreamYard because you don't have admin controls on here like I do, right?
I don't think so. You said I did, but I don't know.
Maybe I do. I don't know.
Um, so
So
Pansy, how
today
are things?
we're actually look, so I did say I'm not sure how this is working. We're still learning this, folks. But today we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook Live, on Gator lending page, which I have to change the name Pace. Sorry if you're watching this in the future or anybody else that works for him. I am changing the name, just having trouble remembering the email. Yeah,
Okay, so
so
it
you
does come up
type
as
your
Larry
comment.
the Lion when I comment.
Right. So yeah. So you're
Okay,
commenting from the stream.
right,
But
and it does show up on your YouTube, and
now
does it show up
try
on Facebook, Pansy? The thing is that if I use my inside computer, my kids go start making so much noise, and it's out loud. It's not gonna
well
work.
tell them to go in the other room. Tell them you're doing something.
You
Your
wish it
mom.
were. You wish these kids worked that way.
Well,
I wish it
you
worked
need to
that
take
way.
control of them.
Nice. I guess that's a Zoom for another day. Parenting 101.
Yeah, I mean,
It sounds easy,
give
but
them
it's
something.
not.
Give them $10. Tell them to go to the store or something.
Oh, right. They can barely go
You know,
walking down the street. Kids are not allowed out these days. You don't
how
let your
old are your
kids walk
kids?
around like we used to when we were little. I only see your last comments of typing and joining his stream. My comments are coming up under Larry the Lion. I put it's me, Yonetti. So I
Right.
don't know.
Well, that's because it's part of the broadcast. So
So there you
that's
go.
why you need to be on your computer. I think
Well, during the week when the kids aren't here at 12, I'll definitely do it from my computer. See?
but you're on a you're silly. Anyway, so let me see what I got here. Trying.
The dream will always be tested. The pressure in your life right now has a purpose. It's not crushing you.
Okay.
It's pushing what's on the inside of you
Fancy.
out.
So, but that's not what I wanted to show you. That was the one before. I just wanted to make the volume on until I pull up the one with pace here. So let's go.
The market is on fire, like most of California. Every single homeowner thinks their house is worth more than the Taj Mahal and won't even accept any sort of reasonable cash offer.
So I was watching
because of this, wholesalers are getting desperate.
I almost
resorting to shady tactics.
swiped up right here.
Bad guys in Space Jam.
I was going to swipe up.
These slimy wholesalers are taking advantage of innocent homeowners and giving our industry a terrible name. In fact, our industry is adding new regulation to deal with these monsters. Soon, wholesaling real estate is going to be like playing basketball, but with 27 referees. This scares most people trying to jump into this industry. But me, honestly, I love it. With the skills that I teach and use, I can make a homeowner as happy as a Mormon on his wedding night. I actually feel like Michael Jordan of real estate investors, hitting buzzer beaters every day, cleaning up these wholesalers' real estate messes. Oh, you want an example? All right. 9618 Waterview Parkway in Texas. It's a deal. I've never actually been to the property, but a wholesaler.
So that was the 1 minute video that changed my life the day before the Super Bowl. Like it, I hate telling this, but I have to tell these things. You're muted, Eddie.
Yeah, because okay. The kids were making noise.
So I hate telling these things, but I have to change my story. Like, hold on, you take over for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. So I guess he's not making calls today. It's more about just being consistent on being live and getting personal about what he's going through. So, Pansy, you're still there. I'm going to try to log into Facebook so I can interact with you and whoever else is on there. Okay. Oh, man. It's moving along slowly. I had a personal inner, like, I just froze with so much knowledge and so much that went on over the break that now is when I'm coming back. I had to like try to stay involved with my kids and stabilize a few things. So I think now it's when it's going to start blowing up. I'm excited for this year, and getting on with Larry it helps me, stay present. Hey, Larry, he's back.
I'm just trying different options with the screen here. Oh, here we go. There we go. It looks a little bit better. Does that view look better?
Yeah, it's better.
All right, cool. So, here's one thing I want to talk about with this YouTube and the message, and so the Unbreakable Challenge with Grant Cardone starts in 22 minutes. I wanted to get this done before then, because like Grant says, if you're not early, you're late. So I really wanted to go to Miami and walk in his office every day until he hired me, and I'll still do that eventually. But I think Tampa's going to be the better fit right now for me. There's a lot more Subto students there that have better relationships. I don't have many people in Miami except Unetti, a couple other people, but not that she's not great. She's amazing.
I just don't have the connections to help you. Like, that's all.
But
thank you.
So part of my journey is communication. This is Pete Vargas. I'm gonna pull off the comments right now. And let's see, banners. I don't know how I could pull off our names. I'm still learning all this stuff as we go. Let's see, show display names. There we go. That makes the screen a little bit bigger. So Pete Vargas, if everybody watched day 3, he spoke about these things. You have your heart, your other heart, your hands. It should be head, isn't it? Yeah, it's head, but they think they typoed it. But and then your heart. When you're telling a story, so you want to connect with people's hearts in the beginning. When you're selling whatever you're selling your services. You're trying to change people's lives. You want to connect with their hearts. So the way I want to connect with people's hearts is that I want to tell them where I came from. Because if they don't know where I came from, then why are they going to listen to what I'm talking about, where I want them to go? So you connect with their hearts in the beginning. You know, I don't want people to feel sorry for me or have apathy or empathy. I mean, but I need to show people where I came from, and then you're gonna have 3 to 5 critical steps with your story. You tell them, hold on, I got notes and stuff all over this place. Uh, here we go. So it's a story braid framework, and we're gonna cut this off in 9 minutes because I gotta get on that. Paid $97. That Pace is reimbursing me because I'm a Gator, and I'm a sub 2 student. So if you're a sub 2 student in Gator, make sure you get reimbursed for your $97 for a VIP. So when you use the first heart step, you're gonna create the hook. You know, that's the hook is who I am and how fucked up I was. I'm glad we can cuss on here. It's our show. Uh, but you have to show them uh, their win, what the win is going to be for them. So if you were like me on drugs, alcohol, crack, heroin for 32 years, 7 years on heroin, the win is I'm going to help you try and change your life and get you to where I am, where I'm going. Um, Now that I've got a year into me, it's not like I'm showing evidence, creating those continual habits, like I was talking about in Atomic Habits. It's those little steps, like every day I did something to change my mindset, to focus on different things. I walked away from family and friends. I'm not saying everybody should walk away from everybody, but if you're in
Anything
those
toxic,
situations,
yeah.
yeah, anything toxic. So, and then you want to show them where you're here and where they're gonna go. So they have to understand your why. My why is to feed 1 billion people in the next 27 years by 2050. My why is to save people's lives that might be on drugs and alcohol. So I'm here. You want to get them there. And Pete Vargas explains this way better than me. But the second step is the head and mind. Uh, we want to teach how to close that gap from here to there. And the biggest way to close that gap is to take the first step, have the courage. Like she didn't want to get on this the first time and had to twist her arm again today. But look at her; she's out
Yeah.
of her comfort zone. She's got an amazing view behind her in Miami, palm
I,
trees blowing around,
I thought I'd
basketball
come
court.
outside and fix my angle and my lighting here. I like it outside. I love being outside. I hate being
Yeah,
inside. It feels so.
as long as you're stationary, you're not going to be yeah. Oh, you went mute. So, anyways, the hands is the call to action. That's where you take the first step. You move them from point A to B, not point A to C. So I'm like in point, I don't know, M or L or something. But the first step, A to B, is where, like, I saw that Facebook ad from Pace, and I found my North Star, which is real estate investing. But how was I going to get there? Well, I had to take that first step and put down the drugs. The second step was walking away from everybody I knew, starting with my mother,
Separated between you three.
all my family. Um, then the closing part of the heart stories, tell them a story to reinforce that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you a story to reinforce where I came from, where I'm going, and where I'm at right now. This is it's challenging to tell people these things, but if they don't know who I was, where I'm coming from, then why would they want to go where I'm going? And I don't have a lot of big successes yet, but a lot of people tell me I'm inspiring them.
You are. You definitely are.
I never thought I'd be Larry the Lion. I never thought people would watch me. I never thought people would say, "Hey, I want to be on your team." I got a man, Josh Grimmett. Him and his wife were on the fence about joining Subto. He's ready to do direct to agents every day, grind. So we get deals, joint venture together. So part of my direct agent team is it's going to be all people that haven't got their first deal yet, and we're going to work together. And when we do get a deal, we're going to joint venture them. And the way to do that without making the daisy chain is everything will go through my holding corporation, Lion and Mars Investments LLC in Wyoming, Sheridan, Wyoming. If you want to go to Open Corporates database, look it up. It's real. Started in April, right before the Clever Summit. So, but I'm going to make everybody partners in that. But everybody's going to be in the future. But everybody's got to pull their weight too, because or we'll do some kind of assignment agreements. We'll figure it out. I need to get some more advice from people that have been doing this a lot longer than me. Subto
Something.
community. That's what Pace says. Rely on the community. Make mistakes, fail forward, but take action. So
Fail forward.
action is doing direct to agent. While I'm still here in Ohio, I don't know exactly how much time I have left, but I know it's $168 to get to Florida. Nathaniel Walker, Sub 2 student, has a Suburban for me that he's going to allow me to make payments to him, subject to. You
Subject
can
to.
sub to anything. You can sub to anything you want, whether it's a couch, a car, a home, a business, land, Mars. You can do it all. So, and one of the things here that is really going to be hard to hear for myself and other people. So I have a 33-year-old daughter, possibly. I don't know. Never been able to get a DNA test um, from her mother. In the state of Illinois, if you don't claim parental rights in 6 months, you lose them forever. There's not a judge on earth that can grant you a blood test or a DNA test. You
What?
have, yes. There's a
That's
book called
insane.
Father's Rights by Jeffrey Leving. He's an attorney in the state of Illinois. The book's been around for 30, 40 years. Uh, they still have not changed the law in that state.
That's insane.
So I was on drugs and alcohol. Her mother was a police officer. And imagine that I was a drug dealer and dating a police officer. It's crazy. High school sweetheart. I lost my virginity to her.
Fancy, he
Uh,
really has no, sorry to interrupt, but no place to stay yet in Florida. So if you know any connections or anyone, anyway, go on,
yeah,
Larry. Sorry.
she's an adult now. She's 33 years old. Uh, I connected with her on Facebook like 7 years ago. That was before I went to Los Angeles and died 3 times 7 years ago in Cedar Sinai. I was literally dead, and they revived me 3 times till the surgery can get there. But she stopped talking to me because I was going slow. I didn't know what to say. I was,
You you
trying to
froze.
build a relationship with her. It was fucked up. So I don't blame her for stopping talking to me. Hopefully now, or God willing, that I have a year clean before I get to Florida. February 13th to be a year. Um,
Amazing.
maybe, maybe,
Congratulations on that.
thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you,
No,
Nettie.
no.
Maybe she will give me an opportunity to find out if she's my daughter. Get a DNA test.
Right.
Get a blood test. Uh, and I understand why her mom would have not wanted me in her life. I was fucked up. I was selling cocaine and marijuana, not just a little bit. I mean, I was I was hooked up with original cartels in Mexico, and
Well, I mean, we are
You-
live. Maybe you should be careful, but
What? Uh,
anything.
No, they're long gone. The Herrera family is long gone from the scene. Um, then they had these guys in Jamaica. We used to drive down from Chicago and pick up bales of marijuana in a couple of Delta 88s, like 400, 500 pounds at a time. I was I had a 72 Chevelle SX. I had a Trans Am, money from selling drugs. So I understand why her mom didn't want me in her life. Um, so I want to try and get a relationship with her if she's my daughter. I gotta find out. This is all ifs, but that's why I'm gonna go to Tampa first. Miami is really where I want to be because I love Vegas. I still love my city. I just can't live there right now. Um, I mean, I could, but it was better to get out and get a change because I tried running for decades from all over the country. Chicago, I lived in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Not necessarily all this order. Indiana, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Tampa, Daytona, Houston, Tucson, um, Bryce Canyon, Southern Utah, Garfield County. There, I worked at Bryce Canyon. Ran a restaurant there. Yellowstone in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I was an assistant manager at a pizza place up there. I've been back and forth from Chicago. I've pissed away better jobs than people could have. I was an options trader at the Mercantile Exchange, passed my Series 7, but I wasn't granted a license by the SEC because I didn't have $10,000 for the attorney to get me through. My boss at the LaSalle brokerage, he was going to back me up on everything, but he wasn't going to pay for it. So we missed out on that 2008 opportunity. Or these guys were telling me to go pick out your Ferrari, pick out your mansion. We're going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. And they did. They knew oil was going to go up to $153 a barrel. But I went out on a crack binge with some hookers for 7 days instead. Stupid
But you're
shit.
past all that. You're in a whole other
Fast
level now.
But other places I lived, Seattle, Redding, California, by Mount Shasta, Lake Tahoe, Reno, Nevada, Los Angeles, and 4 times in Vegas. And I spent the last 10 years in Vegas. And I'm in New Philadelphia, Ohio. New Philly. It's a rural town. There's a lot of great people here, but there's nothing here. Here you got Rural King, Tractor Supply, and Walmart. A couple of restaurants like Texas Roadhouse, and Denny's. I tried working at Texas Roadhouse, but of course it's the best place to work. You're gonna make the most money there. So they didn't have any staffing at gas stations I can work at here. Florida's got a lot more opportunity. Texas has a
Oh
lot
my
more
God,
opportunity.
yeah.
Um, so even if I transfer to Denny's down there somewhere, I'll have some money when I'm coming in, but I got to get there. I got to get to Nate and get that suburban, so I have a way to get around. God bless that man. I can't, when my car originally died in Chicago, he told me he was going to, if I got down there, we could go on there. So we got 5 minutes here before Unbreakable Challenge. We're gonna wrap it up here in about 3 minutes. But so that's in my one meal a day. That's I'm gonna help people with their weight loss, and then I'm building. Everything I do. First off, any deal I get is going 10% to right here. I promise God that. I promise Pace that.
Nice.
That this is Feed the City in Las Vegas. It's Central Church in Henderson. If you want to look it up, this is where my 10%, my tithe to God is going to go. You're not supposed to talk about your tithes. You're supposed to do it. That's between agreement between you and Him, how much you give. But that's all
Correct.
He asks. That's all He asks is 10%. You don't have to give more. You give more, you're going to get more. But I want to give a lot more than 10%. But um, that's all He's asked. He's going to bless you. Like literally the Sunday before last, or wait, or no, it was this Sunday. I really didn't have money to tithe, but I trusted God. I gave Him His 10%. I was only scheduled for 3 days, but look, He increased it. All of a sudden, the girl decided to do a no-call show Monday, the day after church, and they say, "Hey, you want to work Friday and Saturday now?" I was really the week at Denny's in New Philadelphia, Ohio. It's not, but it actually that's just showing you that he did increase it, and he's done all this along. You know how much money people have gifted me and mentorships, things along this journey, a lot. And then I got stupid, retarded little accidents, like my Uber got hit coming home from church,
Wow.
and that's how I got out of Vegas with that check from that first settlement. And then I was injured on a bus a couple months before I left Las Vegas. I'm waiting for that settlement right now. That is an option. My lawyer advising me against taking another loan against this settlement because it's going to be, he if I need it, but they're going to take 50% of whatever. If I get 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000, which I think the max they'll give me is about 1,000 because this is a smaller settlement. The first one was after attorney's fees and medical bills, it was 12,200. I took 1,000 against that one, so I ended up with a check for 10,700 instead of 12,200. So, you know, it and the money that the 1,000 didn't really even help me out at that time. I was trying to pay my rent
How
to
about
the
starting
drug.
a GoFundMe for you to help you get over here?
That'd be a good idea. Uh, I'd
Like, I
need
don't know
somebody
what
else.
else.
I would
Wait,
need somebody else to manage it because a lot of people start GoFundMe's for themselves and mismanagement, but somebody else that manage it and would pay for the Amtrak or the place where I'm going to end up living there. That's a great idea. So
more for like, yeah, where you're going mainly, how to get you.
maybe Pansy could administrate it. She's the third. We got to have two people
I,
watching
I
over it.
actually was gonna say that if Pansy would like to hear a little bit more, so we can see if she can help you out with the GoFund.
Uh,
Why are you
why am I
trying to go
trying
to
to go to
Florida?
Florida?
Because it's
Um,
warmer. One
because there's
market.
nowhere for me to stay here right away short term, and then I'll be stuck here. The the main reason is Nate has a car for me, and
Right.
my daughter's there, my potential daughter, and Florida is the my two one of my two hot markets. My long term markets are Florida and Texas.
Florida and Texas.
They're the best real estate investors, invent friendly straits, and this is New Philadelphia, Ohio. God bless the people here, but I don't want to be here. There's freaking
I mean,
snow fucking here.
right,
It's
like you said,
cold.
there's nothing there. There's barely any
There's no
job
public
opportunities.
transportation.
There's nothing for you to
I,
really
I looked on
grow there.
Craigslist, and the nearest place I can rent a room at is in Akron, Ohio.
So,
It's 40 minutes away from me. And there's no public transportation. So what am I going to do here? I'll be stuck walking in snow.
so
Nowhere
Pansy,
to
would
stay
you be
here
willing
in
to
New
help?
Philadelphia. It's rural. So that's
Oh, she said
that's
it.
why
Let's
I got to get out of here.
make a meeting with the three of us. She said. So thank you, Pansy. That's awesome. All right, the challenge is starting.
In the
Can we
morning,
do
running
another
out of
Zoom
time.
where you sum up the challenge and how it's been going for you, and since you
Oh,
got into the
absolutely.
VIP? Yeah, yeah, that would be
Yeah,
nice. So we could do like a follow up on the challenge since everyone's in that, like how it's going for you, where you're at with your steps, and continue on that. You want to do something later?
yeah. Well,
All right.
yeah. So we're gonna end this right now. It's 12:59.
Yeah.
We're actually late for Grant. So this is 1 hour. Thank you for everybody that watched this today, and anybody in the future that's watching this. Believe in yourself. You can do it. If I can do it, if I've lost almost more than 200 pounds in 2 years, 144 pounds in the last 291 days, you can do it. If you don't do one
You
meal a
can
day,
do it.
nothing. Take action, take the steps, um, and follow my journey and Unetti's and anybody else that's going to be part of this team and this future that we're building this empire. Because if Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone can build an empire, Why the fuck
We
can't
can.
I?
Yeah, we
So,
got this.
leaving yourself, we're gonna end the broadcast. Signing off. Thank you for watching. Larry the Lion Live. My co-host Unetti. We also have Vivian Parker, who is another co-host, and anybody else that wants to be part of the journey. So,
We're gonna bring
God
Brandy, and I'll
bless
text
y'all.
you through WhatsApp.
All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day, everybody. Thank you for watching. And for those people in the future, you can do it. Take that first step.